What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode. I guess we'll call it episode of Backyard Jawbercue. We are the Jawbers. I'm Big Dan. This is MJ,
Yup.
and yeah, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. First of all, I just want to thank you
Oh,
for picking this match. Fantastic. Fantastic, dude.
yeah. So we have picked Austen G versus Cody Rex, ESW Championship.
Yep.
From I guess they call their I don't know if Extreme Rumble or their kind of like pay-per-views or whatever. But, yeah, so this is coming from ESW, which, ESW shop.
Yeah, it's Shockwave. Yeah, ESW Shockwave's the channel. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
You got.
yeah, great. I mean, just a good match overall. Um, Great storytelling. They did a freaking full-on intro to the match. Even if you're not, even if you weren't watching and you saw this, you kind of get a feeling of what's been going on. They did a really good job of like recapping this feud, which has been seems to have been going on for a long time. Um, so I appreciate that because this is the first that I'm seeing uh, these guys fight each other. So it really put me in a position of I want to watch this match because of the whatever. It's not a vignette, but the recap leading up to the match.
Yeah, it
So
starts out as the. Yeah, it starts out as the. Um, it's a montage of Austen
yeah,
G and Cody Rex, and like apparently they wrestled a bunch of times before.
yeah, this is definitely after watching this, you know that this is a big feud.
Uh,
Guys hate each other. Got really personal.
Main event, yeah. And they showed so apparently Cody Rex has lost his mother when he was 4,
Yep.
and he has a picture of her, and that's brought into play here. And Austin G does a dirty, man. He does a dirty. He ties Cody to the post, which he's tied him around like the shoulders, so he could have easily slid underneath. So that kind of was
Yeah, but you know what? It's like maybe Ronda Rousey saw this video, and learned from it that like you can be tied up and have it not be vertically, and you can actually show and like pretend that you can't get out of it. But um,
yeah, but
I didn't. I wasn't even focused on that. So he did. He did a good enough job.
he did a good
Uh,
enough job, and it's like in these situations, it's like forgiven, and still. To me, I saw that I was like, "Oh, come on! You could have tied him. You could have tied his hands to the post. You could have tied him lower. It was just. I mean, it's a nitpick, but hey, if I saw this in WWE, I would have been like, "Oh,
could have
you fucking kidding me?"
you could have handcuffed him and fed
Yeah,
him dog food.
that's right. There you go. Yeah, and he could have just
Uh,
left him there for a very long time, but he did something worse, bro.
Burn his mom's picture.
He burned his mom's picture.
His picture of his mom.
His
I'm sure his
picture.
mom didn't have a picture of herself. Maybe. I don't know her. I don't know her. So
I tell you what, man, I was in after that. I'm like, oh, dude, this they made it personal. I mean,
yeah,
like, I
no, I like that.
I kept watching them. Like, why doesn't WWE do something like this? Make it this. I mean, but they do. They do. Um, it definitely got personal. Instantly made Austin G a piece of garbage, just a piece of shit person.
Made Cody Rex for someone that you wanted to root for.
That's right. You wanted to see Cody Rex beat the fuck out of Austen G. I mean, it was that simple. Boom, burn his mama's picture, his dead mama's picture, and what this is with all the respects. But you had made a joke, and you had made a joke that finally she was cremated, and it was, yeah. um, sorry. I just thought it was hilarious because you're like,
Now
yeah,
I got,
is this a
now I got,
cremation?
no man, I got Cody Rex coming after me.
No. It was a joke. It was a joke. But no, it was in all sincerity. All due respect to Cody's mom and Cody for that would suck to lose your mom.
I could be the heel. I don't care.
Well, judging. Okay, so let's just get into it then. Judging from the set.
The first time in Jawbers history that Big Dan was the heel.
Oh shit!
MJ was apparently a face.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Like I don't have the
You just like this referee. Silent.
silent. It's a silent count to 10.
This was the quietest referee I've ever seen.
Yes, well, that's what. Like I want. Let's start with the ring, the size of the ring. Then I've already started with the referee, but let's start with the size of the ring. So the ring looks. I don't know how big these guys are. I don't know how tall they are, but the ring looks huge. So they kind of get dwarfed by the ring.
Yeah, but you know what? I bet you though. I bet you this is like regulation.
Oh, probably. I don't know. It looks right. They may
That's what
just
I'm
be.
saying. Like, it looks right. The camera angle definitely changes things. I mean, they are definitely short.
Yeah.
But if you picture like Rey Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio,
Bounce off the second rope.
and
You don't need the third rope.
and Dominic is the referee,
Yep.
that's what it would look like. I think.
Yeah. Well, the referee didn't. He. I don't know what the rules were for this match. Um, because they were out and he wasn't counting. I assume it was false count anywhere. No disqualification. And maybe it just you see like with the referees, I'm always like stickler with the referees because I want the referees to matter because that's like if you have rules, that's where you can really create a lot of story. And if the referees don't do any, like if they don't assert themselves, if somebody's like breaking the rules, if they don't assert themselves even a little bit, then it's like it takes that weight off.
Yeah, they have no power.
Yeah, it's like the match doesn't matter as much. And considering how like they got it both, they got both of us roped in with that story for sure. I was like, oh, he just burned his fucking dead mom's picture. Oh fuck, we're in. I'm in. I want to see this happen, you know. And then the referee just stands there, and you're like, oh, come on, man. Like, can I ask you? I want to ask you, who's your like? Do you have a favorite referee, or do you have a referee you like?
Oh, you can't go wrong with good old Earl.
Well, but I was trying to prove a point there too.
Oh,
Like Earl Hebner, like you remember Earl?
all right. So I guess if you want, like, I can describe my favorite referee.
Yes, please.
If that's what you want, like
Absolutely.
If you could go into a video game and create referees, like create wrestlers, that'd be
Yes.
cool because I would want one that's kind of loudish, maybe.
Yeah.
If you want to hear the break it up, uh, but you don't want to be too involved, but you do want like some movement, jumping around, some sort of like enthusiasm. Um,
Yeah.
Follows the rules of whatever counting out. God forbid, then there would be like so many countouts in wrestling now. if they would actually count them out. But they don't.
It,
Um,
yeah.
unless the story, unless it unless it fits into the story, then yes, we'll start the count and we'll abide by the count out rules. But yeah, I don't know. I like a referee that can move around and be energetic and um,
Establish the rules
yeah, like
and
the
enforce them.
most wrestlers are tiny anyway, so they them but they're still um, an embodiment of enforcement.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so I mean, look at Aubrey in AEW. She don't take shit from no one.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's like a a woman power kind of thing. I don't know.
But it doesn't have to be. It's not like it's just power. Yeah. She's a
Small,
referee.
that's what they need. Small man syndrome. We ain't gonna take shit from anyone.
uh that's an interesting idea. I love the idea of creating your own referee. It's like is there can we just have a box that says enforces the rules? So in film there's a thing that they always talk about. Haha. It's funny. The rule is it's a rule. It says show don't tell. Okay? And so with referees, I feel like a lot today it's very much like we're going to tell you what the rules are. So like no disqualification, falls count anywhere and they expect you like they tell you what the rules are. But like once the match starts, it's like I don't necessarily know what the rules are. And you can see even in professional like high-end professional wrestling, you can see that. You can see that referees like uh, don't really have much weight, and they don't really enforce the rules. Like they might enforce. Like I've seen wrestlers just get somebody in the corner, put the foot in their throat, and just keep pushing. And some referees, like they'll count, but they're like, "Come on, get off, get off." And I remember Earl Hebner. They'll just talk, but I remember Earl Hebner would like finally like if they don't pay attention, he'll like shove himself.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
he'll push. He'll be like, I just.
Off. He would get in their face. He would be seen.
That's
Make
right.
sure that they see him. Make sure they look at him.
That's right.
Like he was very dominant in letting them know who's in charge.
That's right. But guess another thing that you can see from that is how often do you pay attention to the rules of the match? Like when they announce it, do you pay attention to all the rules of the match?
If they say it.
Yeah, but does that come to you more readily than just watching the match and seeing what the referee does and just kind of giving you an idea as you're watching the match? Oh, you can't do that. Like establish those things in that way. Versus like, well, no disqualification, but
Oh no, that's just I don't know. That's stupid.
well, I know for me, it's like I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention to like if they have like a whole bunch of graphics telling me all the rules, like this can't happen, that can't happen. You lost me. Like as far as I'm concerned, I'm out.
Okay, well that's just your
Yeah,
attention of your own personal attention to detail.
absolutely. But I feel like it's a lot easier to have a referee who establishes the rules and enforces the rules and seeing that versus somebody just telling you. It's like I don't care if this is a no count out match. Like I don't care, and it's like somebody is like, is it? Am I gonna remember if this was a no disqualification like 20 minutes into the match? You know, what
That's if they do anything that justifies it.
exactly, and sometimes they don't.
Half the time these days, they can go through a whole no disqualification match without even doing anything
Yeah,
to justify being disqualified.
yeah. So it's like,
Yeah. So
and
they like to
I like
they
rules.
like, they like to put a label on things just for the sake of being labeled,
Yeah.
and nothing happens.
But that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm basically
Right.
ultimately at the end of the day, a referee has a very is a. I think a referee is just as important as the wrestlers in a match. And if there are rules, you could totally play off the referee. You know, and they just felt like I wasn't sure what the rules were for this match with the
I want to
referee.
shout out to the referee with this match. I don't know his name,
But
but you
yeah,
should definitely put him in the comments or the descriptions, because he is getting way more airtime than he probably ever has.
yeah, and he should be
Um,
important. He should be getting this much airtime.
yeah, I mean, not that he did a bad job of it. I mean, he was just very quiet.
Well, yeah, of course he was like it didn't look like he was that comfortable being there. Like it was like that like the camera turned on and it was like
None
you
of them, none of the refs that we see during the videos that we watch really seem very comfortable.
they don't. But we watched. I think
Where the audience is with.
it was. I have to check on our channel, but we had this was the little the little kids. Well, they're not kids anymore, but the one I think it was Domination Backyard Wrestling. They were called something else before. We watched them. We watched them. I'll check on our channel exactly. I'll tell you who these kids were. But their referee was one of the. He was bigger than both the wrestlers or all the wrestlers in the match. I don't know if you remember
Okay.
that. He was bigger than
Yeah.
all the wrestlers in the match, and he established himself. He told the rules. We knew what the rules were in that match. Okay, so it was DGW Backyard Wrestling. It was R8 Rat versus Kevin the Bashing Bradshaw.
Okay. Yeah.
And that referee was a child, okay, like a teenager, wearing a blue tie-dye shirt, and he established the rules better than a lot of wrestlers we watched. And I remember both of us making a comment about that. It's like this referee, there are rules in this match, and it's like I still don't understand why that's such a big problem to like. It's a lot easier to not have rules, so you can jump outside the ring and you can do whatever you planned on doing. But really, like the more rules you have, the more story, the more a conflict you can have between the heel and the face. And the heel has something to work off of. Because now, anytime he cheats, if there are rules established, anytime he cheats, it makes you even hate this guy even more. But if the referee is docile or doesn't really assert themselves much, then it takes away from the heel. And that's just, I guess that's just one example. But the more rules you have, the more the heel has to work off of to cheat and skirt and really, yeah. There you go. He can fart. Anyway, enough about the referee. I feel like that's let's keep moving. How about the final countdown song for Cody?
Well, you don't like the song, apparently.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I would say I didn't like his song it would be because it was stuck in my head afterwards.
Right. Do you know all the words to finish it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
It's the final countdown.
Because if you can complete the song,
Yep.
that's usually the best way for you to get it out of your head.
Oh, I see. Well,
So if you don't know the whole song, you're just gonna freaking just repeat that song in your head over and over.
I see. So what Cody has done is made me check the lyrics of the final countdown so I can I can be rid of it.
And it's that's all right. Choice of the song, almost. I'm not sure how it fits his character. I mean, it's the first time seeing
I think it's
Cody
supposed to
Rex.
be like Olympic or American, obviously,
Uh,
because look at his pants or his shorts. Some porch is missing an American flag, and Cody took it, and he sewed it into his little shorts.
the entrances, I mean, Austen G's entrance is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Man, whenever he yells, I mean, so we go. It's no longer than I guess in WWE entrances. It was a long entrance. They definitely took their time getting in the ring and all that.
Yeah, well, he see, like, there were some awkward things with Austin G that just really kind of stood out to me. Um, and he when he was walking in the ring, what did he say? Anything I do to him is fire. Uh, I'm not going to beat him. I'm going to burn him. And then instantly he tells the referee to push Cody back, which I thought was hilarious. He's like, "Hold him
Yeah,
back."
he's like very aggressive.
Yeah. He's a chicken
But
shit heel. He's perfect.
like
It's awesome.
uh, polite but scared. Uh, Small man syndrome.
Oh, I just thought it was funny because it like.
Oh, he says, "Tonight you're gonna see a lot of fire. Anything I do to him is gonna be fire.
Yes.
I'm gonna break you down. No, I'm gonna burn you down. I'm gonna bury you, Cody Rex." That's what he said.
Oh man. Yeah. Well. But what did he tell the ref after that? Hold him back, or push him
Yeah,
aside.
move back,
Yeah. It
move
was like.
back. Yell at the champion in the ring. I need space. Move back, JC. I think the ref's name is JC.
Oh, the ref. The ref. Um. Yeah. It was funny. It was funny what he did. I just like.
They're
I just
facing off.
expected fire after that. That's all. Like I'm just like
Oh
he's.
yeah, I was hoping for something. Well, we did get fired though.
Burning his mom's picture.
But they ring the bell, which I want to double check because I never think about this when we watch stuff. If there's like an actual bell, and I don't know now that I don't. But I was paying attention as I was just replaying it, and they do ring a bell, so that's good. Um, Maybe that's something I'll focus on in the future.
You do have a fixation for the bell, bro. Because the last time we
Yeah,
watched POR wrestling, you're like, did you see the ring bell?
yeah, but that was like a freaking church bell hanging
Yeah,
off a tree.
that was
But I
brilliant,
don't.
brilliant.
Did they ring it?
Oh, did they
I don't
ring the
know.
bell? Oh,
Yeah,
see.
that's what I want. That's what I need. Yeah, that's what I want to pay attention to. That
Well,
might be an automatic toilet roll taking off
because yeah, we should pay
now.
attention to this. Is a rule.
Yeah.
Because if they don't ring the bell, nothing counts.
The ref did ring the bell. They had a pretty good bell. But then Austin G starts to talk again, and he says, "At the end of the day, I want." So this is Austin G. And to Cody Rex. At the end of the day, I want you to be a man, hold your head up high, and shake my damn hand right now. And he said he's not going to do it, but then Cody Rex just says, "Fuck you." And
Yeah, you would think "fuck you" is Cody Rex's catchphrase, but it's not.
why not?
Why not? That's his catchphrase.
Fuck you.
But
But then that's where the fire began.
oh, the fire! I did not understand why he wanted to shake hands. That didn't make any
Yeah.
sense to me. Maybe he was toying with him. Maybe he was trying to toy with him, and it didn't work.
I think if he did end up shaking his hand, then it would have been Austen G who got the sucker punch.
Yes, yes,
Um, but then,
but
yeah,
it backfired.
this is where the match starts, and they start. Ah,
I think doesn't Cody Rex he's in the corner almost like in a little praying position. He's got the cross, he's holding the cross and says, "Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to do to this man."
yes,
And I did not believe him.
me either.
So that's right there. I was like, "Oh, toilet paper roll, man." I did not believe him. Come on, Cody. Like you're so like just go for it, man. Just go for it. Like, don't play a character, be a character. I guess it's easy for me to say. I know, but I didn't believe it, and that's where I was like, ah, oh, damn it, because like, and just to kind of build up the story very quickly, I so when right before the bell rang, uh, the referee was kind of standing there with Cody. Right, Cody is back, and Austin jumps on the hardest part of the ring and turns around and flexes for the camera for the hard cam. And I wanted Cody to beat
Mm,
Austin's ass so bad that I'm like, just go, just get him right now, Cody. Just fucking, just don't even wait. Don't let this fool turn his back on you. Just fucking boom, get him. So I was like, I really wanted to see Cody beat the fuck out of him, and
right.
and then Cody said, "Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to do to this man." And there's nothing wrong with saying that. It just I didn't believe him, man. I was like, okay, well, but I'm still in it. I'm still in it. I'm docking a little bit, but I'm still in it, you know. And Cody started out hot, dude. Like after that punch, he started out like he had some fire on him, man. He was laying the fire onto Austen G. He had lit his little ass up. That was pretty good. I don't know what else to say there.
No, I mean, it was just they came out with a ton of energy. The bumps were great.
Oh, these guys are
Um,
good. These guys are pretty good.
yeah, yeah, punches were good. Drop kicks were good. Um, I mean, it was not. This might be one of the better matches that we've seen.
Well, yeah, it's like
I mean,
well we know with Austin
I think it's
G, we've seen him before.
up there. Yeah, but not spelled like this.
No, he's gotten better, but he was still pretty good.
Yeah, you definitely see the improvements of everything. Um, but like I mean, as far as like they're really, I mean,
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, they were good. They were really
Like
good in the ring.
it was almost a flawless interpretation of and a connection from the story building up to it and the match. I mean, Austin G had control of the match for the most part. I mean, Cody Rex was definitely fighting, but like he was the one that was fighting back the most, or coming like trying to like. He was very underdogish in a sense, I guess.
Yeah, and it's like so a couple of things I noticed in this match. The referee asserted himself with Cody more than he asserted himself with Austin. Uh,
Yeah,
there, 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 there,
he knows Austin will bully him.
it was Austin. What?
He knows that Austin will like bully him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably.
He like cowers when Austin looks his direction.
Yeah, it's like, and apparently there were no rules in this match, so I'm not exactly sure what the rules were in this match, but
Yeah,
I
the only rule that he inserted was when both guys were down
and counting to
that
10.
one time, and then started to count.
Yeah, and it's like, do you have a double count out when if there's no disqualification or no count outs, do you still get a double count out? I mean, like, these are things to know.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we can maybe assume anything goes because it's the Extreme Rumble.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So, I mean, they also they didn't do anything that garnered any sort of nothing that helped let us know what the match was.
Yeah. Yeah, none whatsoever. Um so one thing I did write down was the pacing. It's like more Austen G than Cody, but Austen G would not let Cody sell. Like he was
Yeah,
going he went fast. And maybe that was his um plan, that was his strategy. I just remember noticing like Austen G's really just like he must have done this for so long that like he feels like, I don't know, this is an assumption, but there was like too much. He was just going too fast. He wouldn't let Cody sell because as soon as he would do the ankle DDT, right, and then he would just instantly grab onto the arm and slam the arm onto the ground, and
right.
then he would talk a little shit. And what really threw me off too is like he reversed. So Cody was on the offense. Austen G reversed it into attitude adjustment, and instead of pinning him, he started talking trash to the camera, and then he pins him, and then he's surprised that he kicked out. It's like that threw me off. Um, but the speed, like Cody was giving Austin some time to sell, but like they're really just flying, and it's like, okay, let's just instantly just pick him up. Don't let him sell. Pick him up. Do something else. Do something else. So that was my knock on it. But as far as execution of the moves they did, great, fun, And I'm glad that there was like a punching thing. So they had an exchange of punches back and forth. Where for a second I thought they were gonna do like what they do in well, that they don't do it as much in WWE anymore, but like they do it in AEW. Like they just enjoy this, where the punch exchanges are literally like they start out one punch, then reverse punch, then one punch, reverse punch, and then they just grab onto each other like a hockey game and just start
Mhm.
wailing, and it's just like gets comical after a while because neither guy gives ground.
Right.
Do you
I
know what
mean,
I'm talking about?
even Rex's like comebacks were very short.
Yeah. Yeah, so like in many ways this match was like better for me than the AEW matches I've watched.
Oh yeah. Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
So even with the speed, even with the ref, it's still like it just the story itself got me in, but like I think Cody had a little bit more patience. And I
Mhm.
felt like Rex just or Austin just kept flying, and that was my only knock. But I loved Austin's ankle lock. He did an ankle
Yes.
lock, and you
Yeah.
pointed that out, and he stepped on the other ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but
That's. I mean, even Kurt Angle, man.
Kurt, yeah, hurt ankle,
Kurt Angle.
hurt ankle, hurt ankle, hurt ankles, Kurt,
There's
hurt,
a new. There's a new Jawbers character.
hurt ankle.
Kurt Angle.
It's right next to the Latino feet.
Oh, it's part of it,
Oh, dude, if plushies were cheaper to make, man, we'd have a lot of
right?
different fucking plushies at this point.
We would blow the bears. What are they called?
Care Bears?
No, not that old.
Oh, Beanie Babies?
Yeah, yeah, Beanie Babies. Yeah, yeah. We need jobber babies.
Oh, dude. Ay.
But
Um,
like, there's really not much to. The 16-minute mark.
okay.
Hurricane off the ropes.
Oh yeah. That was close.
But I'm glad it's playing because that's what reminded me about it. Yeah, that was a pretty close call. Risky.
A little, yeah. He definitely he barely tucked. He barely tucked, and
That could have gone real wrong, real fast. But yeah, but I think a big part of it is the how low the ropes go when they're standing on them.
hmm,
So he wasn't really as high off the ground
as
when
it
he was
seemed.
when he jumped up and flipped because of the extra weight. He was a lot lower to the ground. So
Yeah, he didn't
luckily
really jump. He like he fell down.
but he jumps up onto Austin's shoulders.
Yeah.
So when he does that, it's just It's actually Austin G's feet on the second rope
Hmm.
that go way down.
Hmm.
And so, but luckily, Cody flipped fast enough, and barely tucked his head in time. So that could have been pretty nasty.
What did you think about Cody's punches?
I thought they were good. Trying to go to
Oh yeah.
the little face off that they had, where you mentioned that you were glad that he didn't just take the punches; he actually punched back.
Well, he punched back, but like what I liked was that he gave in. He wasn't like this just ridiculous swinging back and forth for like what seems like 30 fucking punches, which is what I see at like AEW. Nobody gives ground,
Oh,
and
right, yeah.
Cody gave ground, and I felt like actually Austen G should have been the one to give ground, but because Austen G, like, there's a reason he's a champ, I guess. You know, there's a reason he's a champ because he's a tough son of a bitch. But in this instance, he played a chicken shit heel, and he felt like he was too powerful. Like this is where the referee would have definitely asserting himself a little more. Like in Austen G actually trying to break some rules. I think that would have actually played much better than Austen G being just overpowering. But it's a really a nitpick. It's a really a nitpick because the match was still pretty fucking good. But I was happy that he gave way to the punches.
They messed up that Canadian Destroyer was a struggle to pull off. They actually messed up twice doing it. But they stuck with it and they did it. So um, I thought the finish was alright. It was definitely a move that garnished as to be a finisher. Um,
It was a Daniel Bryan's knee, right? Whatever that's called.
the flying knee.
Yeah, like so. What's the difference between the flying knee and the Kinshasa?
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right, all right.
No, I mean I'm sure there's I don't think. Well, it's not his knee. It's shin.
It's a shin. Okay, it's a shin kick, shin to the head, knee hit.
As I was saying that I messed up my joke. It's not a shit because I'm the way that I was just thinking it is the way that Michael Cole can't help but say it, and he always says it as Shinkasa, but it's Kinshasa.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but no, I don't think it's not the knee. Shinsuke doesn't hit with the knee.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he does hit them with the
Shinsuke hits with a Shinsuke.
right, and that's why Michael Cole can't say Kin, Kin, neither can I. Either.
Kinshasa.
Kinshasa. He always said Shinkasa. And I'm
I
like,
mean, it
no,
works.
it's not the right move.
It works.
But yeah.
What?
Again,
Cody?
like this match was really good. I can't really nitpick it. Like there wasn't like a ton of like big spots.
Yeah, if you're nitpicking, that means that most of it was good.
Yeah, I mean it was what 12 minutes, 13 minutes of just a solid match. I don't know. I mean Cody Rex after he won it, he kind of became like a little cocky heel. I don't
Dude, it's still hard to keep up with that, like while you're in the ring, you know. Especially if you have a lot of things you have to think about. You know, a lot of spots you're thinking about.
know. I enjoyed it. That was a good job.
I did too. I do have a problem with the dude who came in afterwards. I don't know who
President.
he is. The president? Is that what it is?
I would assume, yeah, it's kind of like, Tony Khan coming down and celebrating with his friends because they won a championship.
Yeah, he was a little wooden. He was a little like camera shy. I felt like.
Well, they're not usually in front of the camera.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, it felt a little awkward.
They're kind of like squirrels. They come out, just all
And if you
scattered.
see them, they stop. That was a little awkward. Um, so Cody's catchphrase was "fuck you." It was so weird to hear that for some reason for
So
me.
why not?
Yeah, his catchphrase is "why not."
Why? Why not? He said why not way too many times.
Yeah, to things that didn't garner, why not? But I just remember continues to keep hearing "fuck you." So he's kicking and punching "fuck you." I was like, whoa! Like, I mean, the
Yeah,
I believe that.
like
I believe that.
now all of a sudden now you want Austin G to win. Like, that's all I was.
Someone wants Austin G to win.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was feeling like I wanted Austin.
Oh, so you, I don't get it. You wanted Austin G to win. What does that have to do with "fuck you"?
No, because Cody was he was turning into a douche.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He like it didn't that felt out of character. Although I believed him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because Austin G is just mad at Dawn.
He was really mad. He was really mad that he burned his mama's picture, man.
Well, he should have shown more anger. I think he really didn't show that much anger
Well,
in the
that's
match.
no, but that's where the rules come in, you know. So we know the story. We're in with the story, and then Austin G is cheating. He's fucking around, and the ref doesn't see it, and then that angers Cody even more, and then it's like the ref stops him when Cody's trying to like. He's angry and he's going at Austin G, and the referee's like trying to push him out of the way. So it's like you really have the world against him, and so do you see what I'm saying there?
Yeah, this is all hypothetical.
Yes, very
I'm like,
hypothetically.
wait, this did not happen at all. But in a perfect world, that would have happened.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's just something to think about, you know. If these guys watch our reviews, and it's like these guys are first of all talent. Like I know they're smaller guys, and I know that they're. I don't know if they're kids still. They might be in their 20s. I don't know. This was filmed in 2019, published like a year ago. Um, it still looks like some of these guys are kids, you know, and they're still growing and all that stuff. But there's a reason why this was a championship match.
Yes. Yes.
And as far as moves go, as far as them executing it, you know, outside of Cody almost falling on his head for the Hurricane Rana, these guys, like, this is not easy to do.
No, no. By any means, yeah, no, not at all.
For me, can they slow it down a little bit? Yes.
Right.
Like,
That could have easily been like a 20-minute match.
yeah, let him sell. Like I felt like Austin did not let Cody sell for him, and that's why I'm going with four toilet paper rolls. Out and I didn't believe Cody when he said he's gonna hurt this man. Those two things really threw me off. The referee, everything's fine, but
I'll probably go 4 as well.
yeah.
It's a good solid. I mean, but it's like a. I don't know, it's a good 4. Like not there's bad 4s.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like it's like a different level of 4. Um, and it's it was almost too perfect in a sense. I don't know.
Well, they were very good at knowing what to do and what to do
Yeah.
next and what they
And
agreed on
like
doing.
the audio was really good. It picked up a lot of things. We only heard them talking to each other once.
Yeah.
And that was the suplex on the outside.
1, 2.
1, 2, and then they did it. That was
Yeah.
the only thing we heard. That's the only thing we heard from them.
Yeah.
Um, I imagine there was a lot more being said between the two. Maybe. I mean, I don't know, but it was very fluid. And like you said, it was fast, but I think it was. I don't think it hurt them that much, but that might be the difference between 4 and 5 toilet paper.
Mm. I agree. It's really difficult for me to like because there's funny fours, there's
Right.
really bad fours. This was a really good four.
We gave the lamp on our rope or whatever. We gave that a 4, didn't we? Or did we give that a 5?
I don't remember, but I know it was high because it was fucking entertaining. It was hilarious, but that was funny for.
Like our ratings are really not intertwined at all.
No, they're not. And here's the thing is, you know, it's like I started with the fives on everything because I just had so much fun
Right,
that now it's like it's really difficult to go back down. But it's like I'm thoroughly impressed by this match, and I'm going with 4. And it's like I told you why I didn't go with 5.
right.
So it's 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think if I ended the match happy that Cody won,
Mm-hmm.
that might have been a 5. But I kind of wasn't. I kind of wished that Austin had won.
Well,
But that's not where I was when I started the match because of the story.
yeah.
That story and that built me to hate Austin G. So by the end of it, I should be like super happy that Cody won, but I kind of wasn't. I was like, yeah, I kind of want. I like Austin G. I want him to win,
I see.
and it didn't happen. So
So you were disappointed that Austin G did not win.
yeah, a little bit, yeah, enough to.
What made you turn? Do you have like a specific thing, or it was just like the whole match as a whole?
I
Uh,
think it was. I mean, I think it was the fuck yous and the why nots.
yeah, yeah. There were. You believed it, but it just did not fit. It did not fit him. You know, it's like fuck you. It's like I believed fuck you over I'm gonna hurt this man.
I believe the why nots. Actually, I'm a why not guy.
You're a why not guy.
I am. Like when he said that in the video package, I'm like, hey, that's me.
But what is he answering with that? It's like, why not? He's just saying it for the sake of saying it. Like, I don't know.
That's the thing.
Why not?
I didn't believe it because it's not my why
It, it sounded almost like he was rubbing it in your face, didn't it? Like he was too good.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like when you won it, there was that little. I could just see the evil inside.
You know, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. It was like off the story. I don't know if it was off characters. I haven't seen too many of them, but it was off the story. Like the fuck yous. Like I had to mention those for sure. It was like, he's mad, but that doesn't fit what's happening right now.
Right. That's not like that's a different kind of anger.
Yeah.
That's not a venge for my mother kind of anger.
Yeah, this is after like Batman killed somebody.
My mother would not appreciate it.
Well, I mean,
anyway,
still good job.
I didn't feel it. By the end of it, I wanted Austen G to win, and he didn't. So I didn't get what I want, so you don't get what you want, so you get 4 toilet paper rolls.
That's right. But 4 toilet paper rolls is still quite a bit. Because, I mean, talent-wise, man, these guys killed it. Killed it.
Yeah, that was one of the best backyard matches. It was just very fluid, very professional. There was a couple of things, little things that could have been better, but other than that, good job. I mean,
yeah,
it makes me want to watch more of their stuff still. So,
well, I mean, you know, it's like, the big thing for me has always been that sincerity. You know, like, do I believe you? And when he said, "Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to do to this man," it was,
that's messed up. Like that's messed up stuff.
that is a messed up thing to say because he gonna fuck him up, and you know, it's like he just didn't believe it, and it shows, man, and it's like. Those are the big things for me, you know. It's like I am ready to suspend disbelief. You know, I'm ready to go with it. Like I went with El Drunko, you know. So it's just that really gets me, man. That really gets me, and it's like that's one thing I hope that if there's one thing I hope to just like pass along as far as this review or my message to wrestling is like, hey, sincerity, really, that's really it. And do you get better at it? Yeah, sure, but you know, it's like, oof, nothing kills a match for me like somebody who doesn't deliver a line all the way, you know, or believes it, because like you can see it, you just can't see it, and I'm like, oh, I cringe. And I knew, like I told you right then and there, I'm like, damn it, there goes a one fucking toilet paper roll for me. But as far as talent, man, as far as them executing moves in the ring and actually choreographing and making a match that made sense, generally, fuck yeah, man. These two guys, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Not fuck you, fuck yeah. You believe it? Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Fuck yeah.
Do you believe in magic? I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, you know what?
No, stop singing.
Fuck them, Big D. Fuck them.
Fuck you, too.
Fuck you if you're gonna get in trouble. Fuck it. Oh God, it's like, dude, I watch YouTube videos and like they'll just like use songs, all these popular songs and shit, and here I was fucking doing karaoke of Britney Spears as a punishment, and they're like, nope, we have removed the video. It's like, oh, fuck you, YouTube. There you go. There you go. Cody, I feel your pain, man. Sorry about your mom. Just so we're on the up and up here. That's a hell of an angle, and I believed it. I hope it's not true, and if it's true, sorry. Really, sold it. The angle was sold.
Called it.
Sold it. So congratulations on that, man. That little package in the beginning, perfect. Nailed it.
Like one of the forgotten tag teams of the early 1990s WWF tag team divisions. That was well done. Good job. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Backyard Jawbercue. Be sure to check out ESW Shockwave, and yeah, go back even earlier, find some earlier matches, maybe even watch the entire feud of Austin and Cody, and yeah, but
we'll link.
Paper they got. That's pretty. That's a pretty good job.
8 out of 10. We'll link to the video and the channel below, so in the description as well.
Yes. So be sure to check out the description. And while you're down there, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Be sure to check us out at Jawbers.com or thejawbers.com. That's JAWBERS. And yeah.
Oh, I love you, man.
Check us out, support us, check out all our older videos. We always have a good time. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm Big Dan.
I'm MJ.
This is MJ. We are the Jobbers. And we'll see you next time. Bye.